All right, welcome back, guys. So this morning I'm going to be talking a little bit about Jasmy and Web 3 and how they are partnered with the Flux coin. I know I've talked about this in another video, but I wanted to just connect the dots a little bit further. So I have some other video I'm going to show you guys that I've clipped. Um, that's going to go a little bit more in depth on linking this together. Now, when we're looking at Etherscan here, this is actually a dev wallet here, and you can see the amount there. So if we go into this wallet and we look at it, they have some contracts there, but you can see these amounts that's been transferred out. If you scroll down, you can continue to see all of these transactions that went out and the ones that have came in. So this came for the Jasmy deployer wallet. So here's what's interesting about this wallet. If you actually go into view the address page, you're going to see the amount of tokens that's held by this developer wallet. So they hold $30 million worth right there. But if you look at the Flux token, you can see 1 million. 1 billion, I'm sorry. 1 billion Flux token. And you can see where they actually had swapped the currency. See, they own, look at the quantity they own right there. That's the quantity of the coin. So they own actually almost 10 million coins of that Flux token. So I want to show you how I'm going to link this together with Flux. So they've invested in this coin. Jasmy has came out with the secure PC, and they know they can't be a part of everything in this new ecosystem that's being developed, but they can help by investing in certain parts of these coins to help smooth the process out. In the video I'm going to show you actually will link this together and will make more sense. And this comes directly from Japan. So I have captioning turned on so you can actually understand what they're saying. So you can read it for yourselves. And then you can link these dots together. Now, before we go into this video, what is Web 3? Okay, so this is the next big thing with Web. Right now we're on Web 2.0, which is what you see on the screen here with the platform economy, Facebook and YouTube, WordPress. Okay, if you know that, any of that, so you can read and write right now. But Web 3, you'll be able to read, write, and execute, which is a token economy. Bitcoin, Ethereum, you can see that, the graphs. And this was the beginning. And you had Yahoo, Internet Explorer, where you could just read in the very beginning. You could only surf the internet. And then it went to read and write. Now it's going to read, write, and execute. So this is Web 3, okay? Went from a centralized point to a decentralized. So all of the networks are connected now. So there's no point of failure. It's all a lot more secure. And that just explains here before a server. So now you've got the internet, and that internet sends the information out. So this is your clients. So this is all very important with Web 3, okay? With Web 3, you have the peer-to-peer networks. So now you've got data democracy here. So all of these peer-to-peer networks where they can connect and share information, where before it was stored on a server, which is what's still happening today. All information is still stored on a server. But once Web 3 launches, it's all peer-to-peer networks. That's why you hear what's called nodes. Okay, and nodes will be instituted. It will be developed into these software programs, bots, whatever you want to call it, radios, anything high-tech that's technologically advanced will have some type of node built into it. Elon Musk was talking about the other day in a video having a heater that had a node built into it. So it could literally share information. And you've read about things where the internet, peer-to-peer, you can get the internet now from just connecting to another modem somewhere, and it's peer-to-peer. It transfers information back and forth. So the internet is free. You're not having to pay and grab that information from a server. So Web 3 is the next big thing, okay? Now, I'm going to show you this video, all right? And this is going to explain a little bit more with the Flux coin and why Japan has invested in the Flux coin, okay, and how Jasmy's different from Flux, but they are seeking a way to be a part of the new financial ecosystem. They can't have everything, but they have to focus on the things they're good at and then partner with other companies to be able to bring the whole ecosystem together. Okay. So as you watch this video, I might stop and say a few things here and there, but I want you to pay attention to what's said in the video in the closed captioning. So let's go ahead and pull this up so we can see what is being said here in the video. And I will go ahead and start this video for you.
たいと思うんですが、今日はWeb3.0、Web3 について、これかなり社会を変えていくインパクトがあると思っておりますので、この辺についてまず関係大臣にお尋ねをしたいと思いますが、自由民主党は
So right there off the bat, they said Web3 is going to have a significant impact, on the future. Okay, so we're heading that direction. All right.
ですね、デジタル社会推進本部にですね、先般NFT の政策検討 PT というのを立ち上げました。で、平井本部長から私が座長に指名をされて、今議論しているところでありますが、まさに NFT の下にはファンジブルトークンがあって、その下にはブロックチェーンがあって、でこれ大きな社会の変革になるんだと思います。で、お手元の資料をご覧いただきたいんですが、一応簡単にですね、その Web3 って何でしょうかということで、うちの事務所でまとめてきましたけれども、最初はインターネットが出てきて、メールだとかいろんな情報に触れられるっていう Web1.0 があって、その後いわゆるGAFA などのですね、プラットフォーマーが出てきてですね、双方向になりましたと。さらに Web3.0 ではですね、双方向プラスいわゆるデジタルアセットの所有とかですね、あと分散型のガバナンスとか、これかなり社会を変えるような大きな変革が起きていくんだろうというふうに。
So here you seen him talking about Web 1 and how it was just directional, and then proceeding to Web 3 going bi-directional. So now he's saying there's going to be a big change as type of governance that will change society as we know it considerably around, and this is all centered around data democracy.
ふうに思います。で、また日本から Web3.0 のメインプレイヤーが出てきませんねっていうことを来年あたり我々は議論する羽目になりそうなので、まずやっぱり先手。
So right here, we're going to discuss next year. Okay, this video was posted February 7th. So he just said next year. So that's huge. Okay, but the main player for Web3 will not come out from Japan again because it's going to be Web3. Web3 is going to be fully launched. He's going to tell who it is next year.
先手でいろんな議論を進めていく必要があると思います。そういった中でこの Web3.0、ブロックチェーンとか。
So he's talking about they still have to discuss this Web3. So must be some sort of partnership, some sort of discussion around what that looks like with Jasmy is what I'm assuming. So there's still a lot they have to work out with Web3.
トークンエコノミーとか NFT とかメタバースがいろいろありますが、これでいった Web3.0 のインパクトについて成長戦略を担当している山際大臣とデジタル政策こうなっているのでこのまま使わせていただきますが、データドリブンエコノミーですよね今ね。それで今政府のデータドリブンエコノミーに対する政策は正直弱いと思っています。それでこの2枚目のペーパーの右側を見ていただくと、要はスマホとか車とかアバターロボットがありますが、こういう最終的なプロダクトを日本は作れないということが問題になっていて、部品はできるんだけど最終製品ができないで、それどうするかって議論は散々されてましたが、データドリブンエコノミーになる。
So he was talking a little bit about, and you can always go back and rewind this to see what he was saying, that they can't do everything, okay, that there is only little bits and pieces that they will be able to be involved in around data democracy. Okay, so it's very important that they can't have all pieces of the puzzle. They can't have it all. So what's that partnership going to look like in the future?
こういったプロダクト自体の付加価値よりも そこからデータを吸い取って AI で読ましてアルゴリズム改変してまたプロダクトに戻してきてその製品自体の性能が上がっていくっていう今生態系になっているということで主戦場はこの生態系だとこの生態系を踏まえた経済政策をしなければいけませんしデータの利活用戦略
So he's saying the future of data. He's talking about it's the battlefield. So he's trying to let everyone know there that this is where society is heading. So what's our place going to be in this battlefield? How are we going to utilize this next technological advancement of Web3? Where do we fall into place at? And he's referring to Jasmy when he was talking about the algorithms and the AI and how that's functioning, how he went back to the product and they reviewed it to see how it was working and they changed it to make it work better for the consumers.
をしていかなければいけませんし、さらにはレギュレーションのデザインをしなきゃ。
So he's talking about how it's being used, the design of the regulation, and how people are actually consuming that information. So they were looking at that and he's talking about this in a past tense. So you have to understand as he's talking about this was in the past. This is how they've got to where they're at now.
しなければいけない。例えば車で言えば自動走行だと思いますし、日本が一般の岸田総理の施政方針演説を伺っていてね、成長戦略、先ほど言った3つの柱と、あとデジタルは地域から地方の課題を解決をするというのが、多分成長戦略の中身だったというふうに思いますけど、ちょっと世界戦略が足りないなと。日本はどうやって世界のこの経済データドリブンエコノミーの中で日本は勝っていくのかっていう言及
So right there, it's very important. I mean, he was literally talking about, how is Japan in this economy of the world? He said he felt as if there was no mention whether the Japan would win in the data-driven economy. Okay, so he's leading up to it now with Web3 and their part.
のかっていう言及がですね、ほとんどなかったなと私は感じました。でまさにこのデータドリブンエコノミーの中で、この DFT、データフリーフロー・ウィズ・トラストを進めていくことが世界戦略で、この図にも
So data-free flow grid is being promoted. So how are they promoting the data democracy?
ありますけど、いわゆる GAFA は比較的情報を自由に使いましょう。一方で左のヨーロッパのゼネラルデータプロテクションレギュレーション GDPR は個人情報をしっかり守っていきましょう。そういった中で中国
So you can see right there, talking about the data democracy and protecting the consumer's data. You can rewind this video back. There's a lot of good info in this video and what I clipped out. And I only clipped out sections of it. But I wanted to share this with you guys just so you can see how FLUX with Web3, they haven't released the information yet, but it's not ready yet. Web3 ain't ready yet. So Jasmy ain't going to release any of that information in their partnerships until Web3 is ready, until they can finally say, hey, this is how all of this works together. So that's why we're still in phase 1 of this Jasmy coin process, okay? But that's why you can see on Etherscan that they're invested in Web3. It's directly out of the Jasmy developer wallet. And they mention it right here about releasing that information next year. It's not ready. So talking about the Web3, this is groundbreaking stuff, guys. If you do your research, you can find all of this information. It's all out there for you to find if you're on Twitter. You just have to do your homework and you can see where it's at. It took me 4 hours to find this video. I knew what I was looking for. It took me time, but I found it. I had to go through all the Twitter accounts, but I eventually found the video where they had shared it. And then I was able to go in, watch the video, and clip out the information that I needed to be able to provide for you guys in this video. So, right back to what we were talking about, the Web3, the token economy, the read, write, and execute, that's where we're heading right here. So we're in Web 2 right now, and we're going to Web 3. And Web 3 is the future. So, and that's going to be the big thing with the data democracy. It's decentralized, it's more secure. It's different, but it's in a good way with peer-to-peer networks. And you see all of these crypto coins coming out that talks about peer-to-peer. That talks about the cloud infrastructure. That talks about these nodes and how they can connect wirelessly with one another. And that's what Web3 is, with what's coming out. So if you look up the FLUX token, you can see decentralized cloud infrastructure. So decentralized Web3, peer-to-peer networks. It's all connected in here. And Jasmy owns, they have invested in this. So it is 100% connected. I know this video might have not been an update with Jasmy today, but I wanted to share this with you. But I will show you something real quick that I looked. So the Japan market for Ohio Eastern Standard Time opened up. It is now open. It landed. Look at this time frame. 8 p.m. on the money. Look what happened. Boom. The market opened in the first 30 minutes. Look at this jump. Look at this jump. They literally manipulated this to go up. I haven't looked in Etherscan yet to see exactly how they did that, but I can tell you I've seen it do the opposite. Exactly at that time, 8 p.m., I have literally seen the market drop just like this in a straight line at that time from when the Japan market opens and closes. So I thought that was pretty interesting when I actually was shown this. So this was absolutely surprising to me. You don't know whether it's going to go up or go down, if they're going to suppress it or if they're going to let it go up. But that's just crazy that the market is controlled like that in Japan based on when it opens and when it closes. So, but I just wanted to show you guys that here at the end of the video. I appreciate everyone that's following me, that has subscribed. I'll continue to try to make engaging material here for you guys to show parallels and links between what they're doing and the coin itself, and how it's functioning within the ecosystem and the part that Jasmy plays within Web3 and the whole ecosystem. So, but this is Cracker Zach, Crypto Cracker, tuning out. Appreciate you guys watching my videos.